Ahoy, fellow Harry Kims.
And welcome aboard the Joy of Trek, a multiverse podcast exploring the cameos and uniforms of Star Trek, all of it. I'm Kaki.
I'm Kay.
And beating up axolotls is your chief engineer, Greg.
Ooh, good word use.
Together, we're on a mission through the bugs of Star Trek to find the bickering of every episode and the excellence of every episode.
Bickering of every couple.
Oh, every couple, sorry, yes.
Even the big Starfleet nerds.
Because every episode must be someone's favorite and it might as well be ours.
So back up Kurzweil's porn collection and join us as we scream we're all gonna die in
The Joy of Trek.
Whoa, what a script.
Of course he's gonna. Of course he mentions the uniforms.
Yes,
couldn't not have.
because he's a big uniform
I know,
nerd, our
I
chief. Because, hey, listeners at home, hello, welcome to the Joy of Trek. Did you guess which episode we're going to talk about today?
That is right. We are doing Fissure Quest, Star Trek Lower Decks season. Ooh, that's not right. 5-9, yes.
Yeah. First aired on December 12th, 2024, written by Lauren Maguire and directed by Brandon Williams, and it is the penultimate episode not only of the season, but also of the series as a whole.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, they sure went all out in this one.
They sure did. The whole season, honestly. So, Kay, what happens in this episode?
In this episode, Boimler gets fed up with deja vu all over again.
Yes, very, very verbally so. Well done. And Chief, what is the official synopsis of 509 Lower Decks Fissure Quest?
Captain William Boimler leads the USS Anaximander with alternate reality legends like T'Pol, Garak, Dax, and Bashir to stop quantum fissures threatening the multiverse.
A lot happens in this episode, doesn't it?
Oh, not really.
What? Oh, okay. You define happening.
Right, yeah. I mean, okay, so, it's mostly, the story itself is very short of what actually happens.
Yeah.
And then it's mostly about the character interactions. It's the gratuitous, let's see whom we can throw together from all Star Trek franchises and get them all together in one episode.
There were some opinions on this episode, and almost all of them were raving. One of them that I didn't write down. There has never been an episode that may be audibly explained before. I'm assuming that they mean exclaim.
Yeah.
But this was mirrored by Keith R.A. DeCandido writing for Reactor magazine, talking about Garak and Bashir. Reader, I squealed. His review starts with this beautiful line. Mike McMahon, who's the creator of Lower Decks, Mike McMahon and his band of lunatic writers have finally done it, the single nerdiest episode of Star Trek ever produced.
Sure, yeah. I mean, catering to big Star Trek nerds.
Yep. Jammers Reviews, Jamal Epsico-Khan writes, if there's the disappointment here, it's that with the large number of guests, some feel inadequately or weirdly used. Garak especially so, and the choice to make Bashir a hologram is a random head-scratcher.
Right. Although, there is an episode of DS9 in which they're working on making an emergency medical hologram of Bashir.
Is there?
Dr. Bashir, I presume. Yeah.
How have I forgotten that?
They just stop work on it because they then discover that he has illegal genetic work done on him. And
oh my God.
Yeah, so this is actually a...
You're a big Star Trek nerd.
Yeah, I did my homework.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Hey, I also appreciated Alex Perry writing for TrekCore in 2024. Until its big final act, the show has been pretty restrained, all things considered. We've had some big legacy character appearances that have thrilled and surprised us, but they were always integral to the story being told and never detracted from the show's core characters. But after 5 seasons of responsibly playing with the toys in the toy box, I'm thrilled that for the show's penultimate episode, the Lower Decks went all out. Garak, Bashir, Harry Kim, Curzon Dax, T'Pol, Lily Sloan? It is a joyous melange of Star Trek surprises that kept building on itself, and for one episode, Lower Decks gorged itself on Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazed that they actually just got these many people to come and reprise. I mean, I guess it's easy if you just have to do a voice.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Like Lily Stone. Oh, what's her name? Oh, it's killing me that I can't think of her name now.
I mean, apparently the most surprising one was getting T'Pol.
Yes. Because
she completely fell out of doing most acting. She was mostly involved with her husband's charity organization.
All right.
And completely kind of fell out, even though no appearances on Trek cons and on the show circuit and any stuff like that. So that was the most surprising one, that they actually got her back to come back. Yeah.
credited just as Jolene.
Yes, by her own request, apparently.
Yeah.
Not quite sure why, but I'm sure she had her reasons.
I loved that so much when I saw it. Oh, the name of Lily Sloane's actress keeps sort of popping into my head and then popping out again.
You know what I'm like with names, so...
I know. Alfre Woodard! Or Alfre Woodard. Oh, she's fantastic. She was also in some Marvel things, I think, at some point.
Also not my favorite genre.
But it was one of the Netflix-produced, almost noir series. I think she was in like Luke Cage. They were quite good. You might actually enjoy those.
Yeah. So, yes, who'd recommended this episode to us?
Fissure Quest, which is listed here for some reason as Star Trek Lower Decks Season 7, Episode 9.
Yeah, I know. That's...
was recommended by Nazzy, who said, Nazzy, longtime friend of the show, so thank you for writing in, who said, this episode is, of course, hugely, hugely, and rightfully beloved by Garashir fans, yes, by finally making the long-standing subtextual, arguable whether it's almost more dom-textual at some point.
Sure, yeah.
Relationship between Julian, Bashir, and Elim Garak text. But in case you hadn't noticed from the vast majorities of my recommendations to you boys, I'm a massive fan of Enterprise. Yes, Nazzy.
Yeah.
We got that. With a special place in my heart for the character of T'Pol and her relationship with Trip Tucker. So for me, this episode is incredibly special, both for bringing back Jolene Blalock as T'Pol and allowing her to have had a successful decades-long marriage to Trip.
I seem to recall reading that Trip dies in or he dies off screen, or it's like he just like
barely even registered.
Gets put on a bus, I believe, or something like that. Yeah,
it is not a beloved finale.
In the last, yeah. But I guess in multiverses we can, there's always something to another multiverse where things are different.
I knew those crazy kids could make it work if they had a chance, and Lower Decks finally gave it to them. It's also just a really good episode, bringing Lower Decks to its satisfying but unfortunately premature end. One of the things I love best about Lower Decks is how unashamed it is to be and love all things Trek, which makes it a perfect fit for your pod. Hell yes, Nazzy. Thank you so much.
Totally. So yes, let's see. Do we have any warp cores to eject?
I say we eject the warp core! How could you have anything?
Let's see. No, not really, I think. I mean, how does Curzon get back on board?
What do you mean?
So he's left fighting the axolotls, and they close the lift and go up, and then
when the lift closes in front of you, that's not the end of the lift. It comes back down and opens again.
Well, why didn't they take him with him on the first trip?
He was getting cardio.
But, I don't think anything else I have. There's anything that seemed particularly egregious to me.
I mean, even the biggest criticism one could have of multiverse being played is totally lampshaded and actually dealt with thematically.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean, that's a part of the thing. That's, Boimler's ennui about... Ennui?
Ennui, it's
French.
French.
It's French, yes, that's the one. About it is kind of like it gets into that.
Ennui, like DUI, what would it stand for?
Oh, explain it yourself.
Okay, moving some other letters around. I was going for the N. What does the N stand for? If you had an NUI?
Oh, I don't know, man.
I was looking for a sex thing with an N, but there isn't even one.
Oh, geez, not that pops to my mind all of a sudden. No,
how weird to have a letter with not an immediate sex thing. Wait, the Chief's got one.
Oh.
Okay, so I wasn't really able to think of anything other than just like nude under the influence, which is just indecent exposure, but I guess, nude under the influence. Although I did just look up NUI on Urban Dictionary, and one of my favorite ones is a slang term for a blonde male, presumably gay. And so, just a nui is now just a gay blonde guy. Let's go with that, sure.
Okay, thanks, Chief. Weirdo. Sex weirdo. Our Chief is a sex weirdo. You ever noticed that?
Sex weirdo.
Sex weirdo, that's right.
But yes, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, no, this is also, we'll probably get to that.
Oh dear.
We already had that one. We'll definitely get to the uniforms.
Oh, you did some homework this time.
No, all right. I guess that means we can... Right.
Hey, come on! You're sparking my Rattuccino.
Sorry.
What's wrong with what's wrong with a little spark in your Rattuccino?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I mean, okay, so...
I mean, sizzled molybdenum is not the same as, like, adding a little cardamom and honey to your hot cocoa.
Rutherford is having some issues with his eyepiece.
Yes, he's...
I've been trying to connect my Oculus to the Cerritos systems all morning. They used to work just fine, but something's not...
Setting Boimler on fire. Boimler, who's managed to grow a full beard. Look at him.
He's gone even more Riker, up-kissing to Riker.
Wow. I think when the person is not around... It doesn't have to count as up-kissing.
Fair.
But since it's Boimler,
actually, it would have been a more of a... yeah. All right, so, peculiar lead-in scene, because they're just...
Yeah, because we spent no time with the actual Lower Decks crew.
No. So they're sitting here and they're just talking about... Actually, I guess they're trying to, like, get some conversation to get talking about William Boimler.
Yes, because T'Lyn, a new addition to the crew, although she was, of course, introduced in Wedge Dooge very early on in the series. She joined the crew later. She asks,
You have experienced duplication?
Yeah, he got transporter cloned. The other one called himself William to kiss Riker's butt, but then he got killed by some random gas.
Yeah, which everyone is really like,
shut up.
Yeah, it was hugely traumatic.
Yeah.
Do you remember we had the whole Paradoxus thing? That was because he's, our Bradward Boimler was pretty overwhelmed to hear of the death of his duplicate for no good reason.
Who was a bit more of a conniving, backstabbing kind of guy.
Yeah. I think that's maybe sort of taking it a bit broader, but yes, definitely more than our Bradward.
Right.
But Brad does refer to the wisdom that he learned from Captain Sulu in Crisis Point 2.
Sometimes the randomness of death matches the unexpected joys of life.
Yeah.
And he sort of imagines what he would have been like had he lived, like continuing to work aboard the Titan.
But hang on, he is alive. He just got like Section 32 or wherever it was.
Yeah, which is a secret. They don't know.
Right, I know that. But, okay, so that actually brings us into the first... So the Boimler we see in quantum reality 8582.76 no,
phi, I think.
That. Yeah, I think it's a lowercase phi.
Chief, confirm that for us, please.
So that's the actual Prime Universe Boimler.
Yes. I think that's what we're supposed to take away from that. That's Prime Universe.
Let's do this!
As he mentions it a little bit later, that's like in his personal log.
While I'm not authorized to name the organization that faked my death and sent me diving into rifts, I can talk about my crew of interdimensional castaways.
Yeah. So, who knows what the original crew of the Anaximander was? I don't know if he had a Prime Universe crew, or...
Right.
Should we say Prime? Well, our Universe crew.
No, Prime Universe is fine, you know.
And then... Well, it suggests...
They literally refer to it like that later on in the episode, so...
Yeah, I always sort of... It suggests primacy where there is none.
True.
Right, in the same way that when John Crichton was twinned in... he was split. There was no copy.
No, they were both equal, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what the guy says.
I mean, you even see it looks like zygotic, or what's it called, cellular mitosis.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yes. I don't know where it was, but I saw one where two universes had this problem, and like, how do we refer to them? Alpha and beta. Well, I'm not the beta. Hold on, we're the alpha. Okay, 1 and 2. What about that? No. Okay, so they named them Universe Prime and Universe Alpha.
Okay, yeah, that works.
And both of them were fine with that, because there's no difference.
No, there's Alpha and Prime. Yeah, no, fair enough. Although he had good fun at first, he is starting to get a little bit tired about the whole thing, because it's basically rehashing the same thing. I already know what the universe looks like, and there's a lot of different things.
Bags under his eyes, his full beard was replaced with a purple-tinted 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. And we get introduced to the crew, to Paul and Dr. Surgeon Garak and his lovely assistant, holographic Bashir, and of course, Curzon Dax.
Yep, who apparently in this universe had not passed on his symbiont to Jadzia.
Yes, he didn't have this unfortunate incident on Rigel. Rigel? Yes, no.
Could be.
No, it's the
Risa.
Risa.
Oh, yeah.
Rigel. Yeah, that's
he
one.
wasn't to death.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's why he still had such a chip on his shoulder. It's apparently quite a ragtag crew here on the Defiant-class USS Anaximander.
Yes.
Who was Anaximander?
Anaximander was a pre-Socrates Greek philosopher.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So he was actually, believed that Plato was one of his students, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Who died and makes Socrates the king of philosophy?
Plato. Yeah. It's a good place reference, bro.
Thank you. It's so cool to see the Defiant class in action again. It's such a plucky, powerful ship flying through these cool rifts, and you get all this sort of chromatic aberration as they fly through.
Right, that's the in between part.
Yeah,
between the multiverses or the universes.
Surprise! Another Harry Kim.
Yeah. Oh. That's what they pull out of an abandoned, nearly exploding escape pod.
Let's not skip over Boimler's comment on the pod. It's
form. Who will it be? Neelix with a crew cut? Really big Spock?
Apparently, really big Spock is becoming a bit of a running gag.
I mean, it is what got us. Ultimately, what caused this show to be created, because I was in a Star Trek chat, and someone posted a picture of a screenshot from the animated series, which I've not seen, and it showed really big Spock.
Yeah, and
I went, "What the fuck is this?" And everybody else, including Lauren, friend of the show, went, "Oh, that's Spock too. You know, big Spock."
Right.
Like, what the fuck is Star Trek?
So apparently they've referenced this in another episode where there's like a really big Vulcan skeleton.
Oh, wow.
In an episode called Cation, His Eyes Open. I'm not sure if that's a Lower Decks one.
Oh, I think we've seen that one, actually.
We have?
We've done that one on the show.
Oh.
Yeah. They're on the ship with the collectors. The collections.
Right. Huh. Oh, that must be it, yeah.
But you know how jokes go on Lower Decks.
They go and so rapid fire that it's like, impossible to keep up with them all.
It's like the Zucker Brothers movies of old, Airplane and Police Squad before that.
Yeah. Just
a relentless fire hose of gags.
What we get is...
A surprise, another Harry Kim.
Yeah. And Paul explains...
Most of the crew are Harry Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this handsome guy? Hey, Harry. The Kim crew is thriving.
Yeah, so there's like a whole bunch of them. Most of them wearing the standard Voyager outfit, but one of them is in the racing outfit, and another one is in the grey shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. I wonder how many variations they actually managed to get, because there are even variations on the... Voyager used the sort of the same uniforms as DS9, but like slightly different fabrics, slightly different padding. And like even DS9, in the early days, they used to iron a crease into their lapels.
Oh, okay.
And then they stopped sort of doing that, but it looked cool.
Kind of went out of fashion. So, back from the credits, they are repairing a rift.
Can we just... The battle scene in the credits...
Yeah.
Is fucking banana. Can you identify what's happening in here? Because it started off with like just the Borg and I think the Romulans initially.
Right. Well, now we have... I don't know where the really big green hand is from, but we've got the whale collecting ship from the voyage home.
Yep, very good.
And
Klingon bird of prey. We've got pack-led clump ships. Crystalline entity.
Crystalline. That's been around since season 3, I think.
Ah, that's true.
But yes, it's...
Tholians building a web, and I think that's V'ger
fading
in the end.
Oh, that could be it, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Clearly missed out one. So yes, they've gone all out there.
Curzon is doing Bat'leth calisthenics on the bridge.
Yep.
Which DePaul asks...
Must you do that on the bridge?
You'll thank me when someone needs to be chopped.
Yeah.
See, what I think is really impressive about this episode is not just like the incredible amount of fan service, but actually setting up, like you pointed out, the relationships and these characters and why we should care about them and how they care about each other. Like doing that for Garak and Bashir, right? Setting it up on defining their relationship, exploring a crisis in their relationship, because it's a very serious thing that they go through, and then resolving it by learning more about their relationship and sort of doing the same for Dax and T'Pol and exploring their friendship.
Yeah.
All that in 22 minutes when we have so many other things to look at.
It's so fucking high paced. Like it never keeps surprising me how long a Lower Decks episode feels, despite just being like under half an hour.
Yeah.
It just
a wealth.
Keeps going. The arrival of Harry Kim is conveniently used to explain to the audience what is going on.
Yes, because Kim was studying this rift, or was caught in this rift, and he thought it was a natural occurrence. But no. Someone is causing them, and we're chasing him. And because
they have a ship that bridges dimensions by tearing them open.
Whoa. There's more than 2 dimensions?
Yeah, that's the thing to worry about.
But yes, infinite amount of quantum realities, and there's like basically pushed together like soap bubbles.
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe it.
And we get to see that Boimler is kind of like angry with it. It's like.
Jeez.
Why would someone want to destroy reality?
Because they're probably a hacky, evil version of someone we all know.
Yep.
A reverse Picard, whatever that is.
Borgified Kirk or human Worf, and he is angry.
That's all the multiverse is, just lazy, derivative remixes!
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of sympathize with that feeling.
And that's totally fair. Like it's been explored, and yeah, very often lazy derivative remixes is indeed a fair way to describe.
It depends on how it's done, I guess. Into the Spider-Verse was fantastic, but it was one of the first. Yeah, but it was one of the first ones where they really started making a point of doing a multiverse thing for being a multiverse and not as a convenient, convenient plot or a convenient plot device,
Oh, right, yeah. Which, Voyager is guilty of. I mean,
right, and we've it's not the first time that a character is being brought back from oh no, look, alternate universe or alternate timeline is what you also often get a lot.
You said a character. Did you mean Harry Kim several times?
I was actually thinking of Alex. That's her sister. That's not herself. The what's her name? Yar from.
Oh no, you're right. Yar is literally brought back, into this universe, and then she from an alternate timeline, she survives, goes back in time, and becomes the mother of someone in the prime timeline.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, and Harry Kim, the one that we spend so much time with, is from a different Voyager. So is Naomi Wildman.
Okay,
because they got duplicated.
So there's a little bit of commenting from, I don't know why Kim is being so curious about. Oh no, it's not. They're just wandering past. Sorry, I was why Kim is so curious about the doctors, but
yeah, he's observant. Is this Kim?
Right? Yes, but he doesn't. We wouldn't know.
Yeah, all the dimension hopping and no bad guy has to feel like treading water.
That is an astute simile, Mr. Kim.
But there's a little talking. Okay, they're walking through the corridor, and it's they come across Garak and Bashir, who are kind of arguing, I guess.
Yeah, and I think Kim's just curious.
Taylor, are they from the same reality?
No, but they love to brag about how statistically unlikely their marriage is. Lovers never fall out of the rifts for Curzon.
I mean, Curzon, from what I understand about Curzon, is not that he had to complain about not getting it on enough. Although this might be a different one. This one's from a different reality, so maybe this Curzon.
Maybe that's why he channels so much into aggression.
Right, yeah.
Because he can't get his, get moisturized the way that...
he can't get his bat'leth up.
Both ends. Into the Kimiverse.
Always great to have another Kim aboard. Did your Voyager get back to Earth, or did you, settle in the Delta Quadrant?
And, of course...
This Kim's got 2 peps!
2 peps! So, yes, this is the one that sets him apart, because he's the only one.
Yeah.
Everyone else is still an ensign.
You're all still ensigns? That's up!
And this is a really interesting way to deal with it. Yes, this has been the longest running gag in the fandom about Harry Kim still being an ensign. Of course. We all had a lot of fun with that. And while it's cool seeing that reflected in Lower Decks, it actually sort of gets overtaken with he's also always the lone survivor.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, you don't sort of stand still and review that. He survives a whole lot.
He also gets killed a whole lot.
Yeah, no, fair. Well, you generally don't get one without the risk of the other. But seeing this from Kim's perspective, that's the part that he'd be concerned about, because what do they really care about promotions?
I guess not.
And certainly someone like Harry Kim.
Yeah.
Right? He's mission focused. He's an ensign. he's a command officer on the bridge. At his age, he gets to sit in, like, that's not just a fun
still
privilege.
Sleep in the lower decker corridors, though?
That is an interesting question, though. I mean,
well,
probably
not on Voyager, apparently, because everybody's got their own room there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So Garak and Bashir are arguing. So here you go. It's like, because Bashir says,
I was reading about the original Dr. Bashir. Apparently, he was an avid racquetball player.
Original Dr. Bashir.
Oh, interesting.
So is he talking about himself? His reality Bashir that his hologram is based on?
But he wouldn't need to read about that because he'd be programmed.
Right, yeah.
Oh, wait. Maybe in his universe, Dr. Bashir wasn't a medical doctor, but was an artificial intelligence holographic doctor like Dr. Zimmerman in Voyager. So when he's talking about the original Dr. Bashir, he's talking about like the Prime Universe's medical Dr. Bashir, MD.
Right, okay. Right, but then again, why would he call him the original Dr. Bashir?
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a weird thing there. But yes, Garak politely declines because he didn't take an oath to do no harm.
Which includes humiliating my patients at racquetball.
Oh, he's got a little twinge, and the Holo Bashir sort of fades in, out, and in to give him a little massage.
Rather than walking places, he just like blips. I noticed that's a thing that he constantly does in this episode. He kind of just like, even if it's just from one side of the table to the other.
And why not? I love this. Sure. This is always what I wanted. I've talked about this so many times. What I wanted for like the Doctor is to really treat him like he is a holographic representation for something that's non-localized.
Right.
So I wanted to see, since it's all force fields anyway, those force fields don't have to be localized around where the photons of his hands are.
But oddly enough, we see a lot of that happening in Trek. I mean, he also refers to himself as a photonic being, which is also what one of the characters in
Sam
Academy does. Sam, yes. She also, she because that's how she identifies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other photonic life forms do appear. So as the sort of canon of Voyager expanded, more is done with the idea. Okay, so it's not just.
There was the whole photonic universe thing there as well. Yeah.
So it is a form of life that can exist independent of technology, even.
Right. Yeah.
So there's more to it than just projections and force fields.
Yeah. Bashir has a little bit of a hissy fit because like Garak is like prickling him. He's like trying to edge him on, and not in the good way.
Because he says,
"Oh, there was a bully in Monsieur on the promenade who had magical hands. I'll cue when this is over."
Yeah.
And he huffs off.
Well, then it's a pity your Bolian isn't here to help.
And he blips out.
It's like, because he doesn't appreciate Garak assuming that they'll be returning to his universe.
Yes, absolutely. So they're repairing the rift, and just as it's almost done, a Starfleet shuttle comes boinking out. Because they were traveling at warp, and they went through the rift, and then it basically borked everything up. Emergency transport now, and who gets beamed onto the bridge?
Mariner! Whoa!
And he hugs her.
Yeah, immediately, like straight at her.
Yeah. He was waiting for Neelix with the crew cut, but instead it's a face that he's been looking forward to seeing again.
Yeah, seeing someone from the old gang. I guess although he's a conniving little backstabber, William Boimler.
Okay, now which backstabbing has he actually done?
Bradford, like when they agree to both leave the Riker's command. I forgot the name of the ship, but
the Titan.
The Titan, right? Yes, and he steps forward and goes like, "Oh no, I'll be here." Yeah. So yes, no, I think I am.
If I may, I should. Where are my shields? Shields. No, that's not it. There we go. Which is exactly what Brad did at the end of season 1. Bradford Boimler backstabbed and abandoned a Mariner by taking a position on the Titan in the first place.
How was that a backstab for Mariner?
That's certainly how she took it.
I know, but that doesn't make it one.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that what William did is anything different than what Bradford might have done.
Except in this case, they agreed. They had an agreement to both leave.
Yeah, but
and there was never anything like that in place between Bradford and Mariner.
I think there was an understanding that he wanted to, that he was going to stay. I think there really was something like that.
Based on what?
I think there might have been dialogue. Chief, do you wanna come in between Garak and Bashir here?
Yes, that does come from the season 1 finale episode, No Small Parts, where I'm gonna just have Brad say it here.
From now on, no more being obsessed with rank. Time to start appreciating what I have right here.
And as soon as he's done saying that, he looks down at his pad and the offer to transfer is there. So he kind of did backstab her because he's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And then immediately, within 30 seconds, is like, but what if I did?
I certainly never got it. I thought Mariner was just overreacting. To me, it didn't feel like there was any thing that Boimler did wrong there.
Ah, okay. So Boimler did nothing wrong. Well, you heard it from Kay here.
Well, not in that regard.
But Mariner is not as excited to see her Boims because...
Boims? I think that's T'Pol.
Why would she know who T'Pol is? Why is she like... Oh, because she's a nerdy...
She's a great big Star Trek nerd.
And she's a nerdy Mariner, yeah. Because we kind of... I mean, she's not the adventurous, boisterous Mariner.
No, that's true. But even Prime Mariner, she had the super hots for Uhura. She was crazy about number 1, like women in Starfleet.
No, true.
T'Pol would have been like way up on her list as well.
No, very good point, yeah.
And so they get caught up.
You're a clone of a Boimler from another reality. So you've got like a backup Boimler at home?
He's not a backup. We were transporter duplicated.
While they're all slurping some ramen, it's
also interesting. Like, no way that happened to my Troy is what she says. So again, like, yeah, I think she has like a big thing for like women in Star. Like, why would she know Troy? Why would Mariner know Troy?
I mean, kind of a reflection of just Brad's like little obsession with Riker, I guess.
Maybe, yeah, could be.
And they were later on in the novels. They're both commander of the Titan,
right? Yeah. So, yes, basically...
What are they having for dinner? Is it just straight up ramen? Are there variations? Because we get a few shots of the food there.
Well, T'Pol is having what looks like sushi.
Veggie sushi, one imagines?
Well, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, sushi just means vinegar, pickled, sour rice, but people always think of fish when it's... of course, it could also be the Korean version. I forgot what they call it, but...
Ooh, yeah. Why don't I know that?
I forgot. It's like they have a name for it as well. It's not sushi, but yes, they do.
Bibimbap?
No, bibimbap is the rice thing that you stir together all the way.
Yeah.
I've been like learning a little bit about Korean cuisine. There's like a fantastic show called Culinary Class Wars.
Oh my god!
Which is like an incredible knockout show between Korean chefs. On one side, you have like established Michelin star level chefs, and on the other side you've got the more the again like also established chefs, but like the lesser known ones, and they fight it out for the best,
the hungry young
for the
buck.
best chef, and it's like it's a fantastic show.
It sounds like every other cooking show that you've ever told me about.
No, it's quite different. The setup is massively different.
Yeah, like Terrace House is nothing like Big Brother, is nothing like Survivor. It's just.
I mean, it's ultimately it's a show where people cook food and it gets judged. So yes, if you boil it down to that, then it is like every other cooking show, but like the execution is entirely different.
I fully agree.
Right.
No, you're like I'm from the outside looking in. Like from the outside looking in, okay, Star Trek. All right. They're all wearing uniforms, and they do some technobabble, and then ships go from one place to the other.
Right. Yeah,
but Deep Space Nine is not a ship. Are there ships though? Okay, okay. There's a lot of ships and uniforms. Yeah. Okay. No, you got me there.
But yes, so they have an argument. Paul is getting digs in about his diet and his general health.
Oh, on Curzon, who has a big old bowl of slurpy, salty noodles.
Yes,
and she tries to point out.
Sodium is not a full life.
Yeah. Maybe it is for me, damn it!
Because here, like, if you didn't know how Trill work and the symbionts, all of that gets set up here.
Right. Oh, yeah, good point.
Even their animosity, like for us, it's like, of course, we know what Trill are like and who Curzon is. But this show, like, probably also works for people who aren't familiar with the greater lore of Star Trek.
Right. No, you don't have background knowledge is not required. They do set it up. I mean, you kind of have to because, T'Pol, and there is no background history between T'Pol and Curzon. So you have to establish what relationship they have.
Yep. And at this point,
And this is very much T'Pol like the way T'Pol was like treating most of the crew of the Enterprise.
Oh, yes, including this...
Oh, great. My favorite Vulcan.
I was married to a human for 63 years. I know sarcasm when I hear it.
And much like an episode of Enterprise that we watched, I wonder if Nancy recommended that one as well, a while back, even though there is animosity there, or there doesn't appear to be love, she does choose to sit down with Curzon.
Right, yes.
Right, she chose to come and sit with Tucker, even when she claimed to want to be alone.
Right, yeah. So there's that's Vulcans. We have our own theories on Vulcans. Anyway, in the background, it's like this is actually a little interlude because it was Mariner and Boimler who were talking. And it turns out that, yes, a Mariner shuttle kind of exploded because you shouldn't warp when you're going through a quantum rift because it makes your engines go kablooby.
Yeah, she didn't know that, but the good news...
But the good news is, now I know how to track the guy who's screwing up the multiverse.
What?
What?
Do that!
So yeah, it turns out there is a different wormhole. A different rift with the ship that's going through the thing.
So they're opening a rift, closing it up, and we're going to the wrong one, way the hell far away.
Sorry,
that's why we've never caught up.
A little accident, but
that's actually exactly the clip that we needed, because it kind of sets up the premise for the rest of the show.
Yeah. So apparently, anytime you create a puncture into a different universe, another puncture is created.
Also, yes, somewhere else, and they've been going to the wrong one because the crew that is been making them is actually neatly repairing the one that they know of.
Right, yeah, but not the other one that they don't know about.
Yep.
Because this Mariner has figured out something that no one in the other universes has observed yet.
To which Boimler comments,
Mariner, you're a great engineer.
Why do you sound so surprised?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, she's always good. Mariner's always been good at, emergency repairs. Just rip open the panel and start pulling on things until whatever the problem is goes away.
We're treated to so many cool special effects shots here. We've got the Defiant sort of blazing this cool pulsating plasma out of its...
That's not the Defiant, it's a Defiant class.
Pardon me, you're right. It's the USS Anaximander. And it's not the warp nacelles, it's just over the warp nacelles. But anyway, it's really cool. It's suggested, I don't think we ever see it on screen, but that it does have two warp nacelles just like every other ship, except they're wrapped in armor cladding.
Right, I mean, it's got the warp nacelles, that's the blue ones? I always forget which one of the blue ones. The blue ones or the red ones.
The whole structure is the warp nacelle.
Right.
They just tend to have red bits on the front, which are the Bazard collectors to capture stray antimatter.
That's the one. And this one, the Defiant has a weird...
Anaximander.
Anaximander,
yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Sorry.
Has a weird front deflector dish. But again, those are also...
Yeah, it's cool.
Those vary a lot, yeah.
Yep.
So, Mariner's plan works. They are setting a trap. They are preloading the rift with...
Holy crap, it worked!
Tachyons, and it pulls the ship through. It's a really cool ship.
Yes. And it's a ship that's recognizable to many a Star Trek nerd because, let me see, I think a model of it is in Picard's room or a painting of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the early Enterprises.
Oh,
so it's a craft that, when you have a series of paintings or models, you start off with the Shuttle Enterprise, which... was named in honor of the Star Trek ship, but never flown, I don't think.
Never orbital. It was used for drop tests. It's the one.
Is that what it sounds like?
Pretty much. I mean, they flew it up there on top on the basically landing tests and aerodynamic tests, full scale model. They flew it up there on the back of the 747, and then they disconnected it, and then basically gave them a chance to practice landing the thing before they went orbital.
Huh.
But yes, Enterprise never got launched as a rocket.
I think even this ship has a different designation, XCV-12 or something. Chief, how close did I get? And it's running, and it won't respond to hails.
Nope.
And they try and take out their engines, and there's just a massive blast and impact because
they don't have shields.
Okay, so why are they running?
All right. As Captain Lily Sloan later explains, they have policies against interacting with universes that haven't discovered inter-reality travel.
Which they clearly have here because they're messing with it. It's like the ship that they're encountering clearly has
Yeah.
So,
But they don't know that physics. They don't know that there's a second rift. As far as
as far as they're concerned, they might have this might just be a random ship which happens to be there, and
they didn't know that they caused the opening to happen. So they're trying to create another rift to escape, which is really bad. Following them is really bad.
Flux, our structural integrity will be damaged.
We don't have a choice.
Mariner hates this part. Curzon loves this part.
How does Mariner hate this? She's not done this before.
Once, and then her ship exploded.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
And they're in this sort of rainbow haze universe.
Well, no, I think it's just the space between the universes.
And it's very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they go through the rift.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole scene between Garak and Bashir arguing over a battle-damaged Kim.
Yeah.
And at the end of that scene, you see them flying to the rift on the other side, and then it goes away. So I think the rainbow part is just the space between the universes.
I like that. It's very, very cool. Not being appreciated by husband and husband, Garak and Bashir.
You can't just unilaterally decide that we're moving to your reality. It's not fair.
I let you choose what I had for dinner last night.
Well, that doesn't equal a lifetime in a strange universe.
Oh, I know that they probably didn't actually record these lines together, but I sort of hope that they did.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yes, he is, Garak makes his apologies, but Bashir is having none of it.
Hopefully your emotions enjoy sleeping on the ground tonight. This hologram will be in bed, alone.
Because it was about playing the hologram card.
Yeah.
You're not even made of carbon, my love. Yeah, hold on.
And still apparently able to taste the wine, so...
and Garak goes...
Humans.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, not you.
Yeah. Dax decides to do a little bit more shooting, although it's advised against it.
Yeah, which is apparently for the better, because it causes the strange ring ship to veer off course, and...
Thanks to Curzon's insubordination, they were forced to make an emergency landing.
Yeah, well, we have to also need to make repairs, so might as well land on the same planet.
And we see some sort of animosity between the crew, or at least between the commander and his crew.
Mm-hmm. Don't glare at me, we got them!
We f***ing better.
Yeah.
Ooh, claws out.
Mariner.
Man, my Boimler's way chiller than this one.
I do not have a Boimler in my quantum reality in order to make a comparison.
Oh, he's a big Starfleet nerd, like Archer. You know those, right?
Oh,
yes, and big Starfleet nerd is an accurate description.
They land on a stupid bog planet.
Oh, stupid bog planets are the worst.
They're wet and sad, and we just casually get a resolution to an oft discussed query. Can the Defiant land like Voyager?
Oh, well, clearly.
Yeah, because it's ickle like Voyager is.
Right, yeah.
And it's really tough, so why wouldn't it be able to?
Out pops a kind of bluish, initially quite friendly-looking axle-type critter.
Yeah, called a Quapian.
No way, I know these guys. They're super nice. We must be on Quappa.
I guess I don't remember seeing them before, but it's... might be.
I don't either.
Who knows?
But
they're not so nice here.
No. And we see these dark silhouettes in the bog swamp that comes up to their calves, circling in around.
Which is kind of weird,
because underneath.
Yeah, it's because it only comes up to their calves, but apparently they can be sucked under.
Yeah. Bogs, man.
Yeah, bogs.
Bogs.
And they get taken to a bit Howl's Moving Castle-esque contraption structure.
Oh, yeah. Is it actually moving?
No, it's not, but it's mainly the very narrow base, very wide top kind of thing design.
All right. Well, they're all getting zapped. The Quapians have these zap sticks that they really like to use, and they're stuck in an energy cage. Actually, two of them. One for the command crew and one for the Kims.
Right, yes.
You Kims okay?
Yeah, just a little soggy.
And much to Two-Pip Kim chagrin, that he's been put with the other Kims and not with the
command crew. He's got a pip on his shoulder, does Lieutenant Kim.
At least they aren't trying to drink our bones.
They do look a bit Moopsy-like.
They do.
With the sort of lobes on the side and the big friendly face.
But they're clearly not Moopsies.
Thankfully.
All right, so, and it turns out they are being put in the same cage as the crew of the other ship.
Yeah.
We crashed because of your unprovoked attack.
Alfred Woodard. We see Quopians with their cute little backpacks sneaking through the abandoned Anaximander.
Yes, basically trying to investigate it, I guess. And out from the ductwork crawls Garak.
Yeah, having clearly overcome his, or at least endured his claustrophobia, or maybe this Garak doesn't have that particular affliction. And he does this cool thing where he sort of thumb flicks the mobile emitter, and immediately his husband appears, which is convenient, right?
Yeah.
Pocket your husband, like a pocket husband, and instant deployment.
And they are going out. I was like, wait, you're just a surgeon, he says, after he professes.
I am a surgeon, but not just.
So apparently he doesn't know about his history in the
Obsidian Order.
Obsidian Order, that's the one. I was going to say the dark closet, but it's...
They are not in the closet, these two. We have a gif of the kiss that the fandom has been waiting for 40 years by this point. Good grief.
So here we have Kim starting to get a little bit angry.
Yeah, and it's overshadowed by the argument between the two command crews.
How's a cell?
Don't act like this is our fault.
How is it not?
Because you've been trying to destroy the multiverse.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you so familiar?
Oh, so then all the tears you're ripping through the fabric of reality are just what, for fun?
And Mariner realizes that it's Lily Sloan.
Yeah. Oh, you're the one who built the first warp drive with Cochrane. And she's like, huh? Warp drive? What's a warp drive? We built a quantum drive.
Yeah.
Well, in this reality, you're a depraved villain.
Okay, she clearly isn't.
They do not look particularly nefarious, Captain.
This kind of hits on a trope that we actually see a lot in Star Trek. It's like the believing that someone is causing you harm, but discovering their motivations and are different and innocent has been a common trope in Star Trek, stretching all the way back to original series, The Devil in the Dark. And all the way forward to like Star Trek Discovery's 4th season. It's like people who are like, initially behavior is... Yeah, we see that. I mean, we even see it even happens in the Next Generation, where they like turns out that they're ripping up space-time.
That warp destroys...
Exactly.
Subspace, you're right. The voyage home.
Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot where it's it's
the
very
whale
common.
Space probe. Yeah, you're right. Let me see what other examples. Even the caretaker.
Yeah.
In Voyager, didn't realize that their technology was going to cause that much harm.
Yep.
And I think even like the crews at various points have been responsible or shared some responsibility for this. Like, the Bell riots in DS9.
Oh, yes.
Like accidentally killing someone from, or being involved in the death of someone who should have lived and then having to mitigate that damage. You're right.
So, and as Boimler explains this, one of the crew pipes up.
What?
I told you we had not accounted for the dissipation of additional energy.
This whole time, you weren't the bad guys. You were just a different type of Federation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been stranded from our home and we've been chasing you all across the multiverse. And at this point, this reconciles both crews.
Yeah. Just in time for them to be rescued.
By Garak.
Yeah. Who says...
Garak! I've never been one for face-to-face
Because,
combat.
yes, he stabbed one in the back.
Yes. The Elim Garak School of Swordsmanship.
Bat'leth fighting in this case.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah. A lot of people die hard around him.
Oh, dear. Whoa. Would you like me to perform last rites or some foreplay first?
So off they go to the Dimension ship, or whatever you want to call it, the cool design Enterprise thing.
Yeah, why? Why are they going there and not the Anaximander?
I presume that the Enterprise, the Beagle is what they call it actually.
Oh, that's right.
Is
oh yes, it's a quick offer.
If you can help us repair our ship, I think we can get you home.
Kim Crew, roll out!
Oh, maybe they can't. Maybe the Anaximander can't actually generate rifts of its own, and it's only been using the rifts from the Beagle
that already exists.
Yeah, so they don't have any control over which multiverse they themselves go to. They just have to follow the Beagle. And
the Beagle was Darwin's ship, wasn't it?
Yes, that's true.
And also Archer's dog.
And also, yes.
Yeah, Porthos. And it's cool to see it landed because it managed to like fold over its circles into two semicircles.
Yes, it looks
and it's
really
got
cool.
The tail sticking out. It does look really, really cool. And whoa is what they say, and that's right.
There is a lot of there's more bickering going on between Dax and T'Pol.
Yeah, who does not give as good as she gets, which really, really frustrates.
You are fatigued. I am able to handle this repair.
Oh, you'd love to rub that in my face, wouldn't you, Vulcan?
And Mariner is beginning to see a little bit more of the nerdier Mariner in this guy.
So these glow sticks are what you use to cross realities?
Yeah, unobserved complex gluon cores.
Well, I'm sure looking at them right now.
What are gluons?
Oh, just gluons, subatomic particles.
Are they known to exist, or are they one of the sort of hypothesized?
I think they're known to exist. I think they're on the same level as mesons, and
are they the ones that create attraction between mass?
No, that would be. I think that's the Higgs boson.
Oh yeah, that's because I do believe they're called gluons because they're glue, because they stick things together.
Right, that could be it, but they're not. That's not the mass generation part.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. That's what the Large Hadron Collider was built to find out. God, science is amazing.
And so there's an interesting thing that we are like in the Weaselverse here now, which was
the Weaselverse.
Yeah, we're in the wrong timeline. It was we accidentally jumped there when a mustelid got caught in the power systems of the Large Hadron Collider when they were spinning it up, and it dropped us into the wrong timeline. It's like.
Well, I actually like to think that the Weasel was a time-traveling hero who gave their life to protect us from...
Even worse than we are in now? We are in the wrong timeline occasionally, if you look at like things that are happening on the world stage.
Yeah. Actually, there's two time travelers who've been trying to help us this whole time.
Right.
And one of them is Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, who played a role in the creation of Star Trek, in the creation of Buffy, in so many things that are significant to our culture. Like, I sort of imagine that she's like an Ouroboros Eternal who relives her life over and over again, and every time she tries to like make the world just a little bit better in some form. And this time around, Trump came along, and by that time she goes, okay, and she's like Boimler, like redoing our universe. I made it to 98%. It's still not good enough. We made it out of the 20th century without a nuclear war. Okay, fine, send me back in.
We've got your missing scene. We've got your miss.
And every time she redoes the universe, her hair and boobs get a little bit bigger. So you know how many times she's been trying to save us.
So there's an argument between Boimler and I forgot her name again.
Captain Sloan.
And Boimler is like not having fun.
The multiverse is just a rehash of stuff I already know.
You sound a lot like Zeph.
But she is like, like, why wouldn't we need to meet species? Like, well, what's the point of exploring? And she says the point is...
to better understand ourselves.
It's fun to learn about aliens, but learning about humanity, that's something else entirely.
Yeah. And what's really, really cool is she's not just talking about the plot of this Star Trek episode. She's also talking about Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And many of us have complained that the aliens in Star Trek aren't often very alien, right? It's very rare that something is genuinely so alien that it almost seems impossible to communicate with. Like V'ger was an example, the whale probe, and usually they do still manage it. It's very rare that they have a species that they. It's why I'm so excited about the Gorn in Strange New Worlds, right? They're an intractable enemy that they can't communicate with. Within Strange New Worlds, they're never going to be able to because that's something that Kirk has to do later on.
All right, yes.
But like that there are paths to civilization and spacefaring that are so different from ours that we just can't relate to them.
Yeah.
But within Star Trek, it's all different flavors of people. And that's what Lily Sloan here is talking about. We want to understand ourselves. And she goes through this list.
I've met humans who've built rings around the sun.
And others whose ships are the size of continents. And learning about what humans can be, mapping our potential and...
so far, it's limitless.
And that convinces Boimler.
Yeah.
And just as they are like having this discussion...
Trust like that is powerful stuff.
And Mariner is standing there with her arms above her head working an open hatch. The ship starts taking off.
Yeah. This would have been a moment for a Mariner gag. Because Boimler is used to a different kind of Mariner who would almost definitely be responsible for this. Or
flying away with the Beagle. Yes, totally. That would be a total Mariner thing. But no, it's Kim.
Yeah.
They have to rush back to the Nax. And
I like that it's called the Nax.
Yeah, it's like who can remember that name?
Plato.
Sure. And it was his teacher, so yeah.
Exactly. They're surrounded by Quopians, which Curzon deals with. Spry for an older fella. All that calisthenics has really helped out.
And all you guys, you can hang on, calm down.
Everybody's going to get their asses kicked.
It's Fred at the shore again. It's Shax doing the voice. I love Mariner's complaints.
My freaking calves! Stupid bog planet! So much waiting! Open
And they want to hail that ship to find out who the hell is doing this, and they're surprised to find out that it's Kim. And they try to convince him, hey, you have to come back. You don't know what you're doing.
Ow. Why? So you can take all these beautiful Kims back to their home universes where they'll be overlooked and disrespected?
Kim, what the hell are you doing?
He tricked us, Captain. We don't want...
Yeah, they don't want to be there.
But no, he wants to bring them all back to his own universe where Harry Kims can rank up.
And they didn't finish the repairs, so if you try to open something, then...
Spewing engineering nonsense won't work on me. I've got 2 pips!
Oh, no.
He's certainly got a pip on his shoulder.
Yeah, because they always get overlooked in ops. Nobody knows what ops does. What does ops do?
They operate things.
Hey, yeah. That seems like it's
things running in operations. Yeah. Operations are the ones who get told that things are wrong and then they
Isn't that engineering, though?
Operations and engineering are 2 different departments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something doesn't work.
Operations signals it and then tells engineering how to go fix it. The operations signals it, figures out what's going on, and tells engineering to go fix it. Or if they can't figure out themselves, they tell engineering to go investigate it.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I'm just looking at this from a technological network, data networking type one. But that's
right, of course, because you have ops as well.
You have an operations, yes.
This should be working, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
So then it's an operational issue until the underlying cause is identified as being engineering.
Often engineering is required to then go out and actually do the fix, but it's operations who...
Yeah, because if you need something completely new, you go to engineering directly. You don't go to operations because it isn't operational.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we figured it out.
Yeah. So,
do you want an extra pip? You can have one. You're not a Kim. You can get promoted anytime you want.
So, blah, blah, blah. They can't... we generate a little bit of extra time because the Beagle won't allow to create a rift inside a gravity well.
Yeah, Curzon makes it back on board, having taken the second elevator, probably, and T'Pol is the one who noticed.
You are limping.
I should have stretched before that workout.
Yeah. They get fired upon as they leave by Quopians with their zap sticks.
Damn you, 2-pip Kim!
Yeah. And they are, the rift is made and they're too far away because, of course, they have a little bit of lead time that they had to do to run back to the ship.
The Nax, yeah. It's really cool. We see the Beagle sort of fritzing, much like Rutherford's eye implant. Also just sparking into the galactic Raktajino. And when the gravity well is cleared, the 2-pip Kim...
Ha-ha! I got it!
Mariner has gone down to engineering to help juice the engines and given them an extra 15%, but it's not enough to catch up.
No, so they'll have to do a micro-warp jump, but we can't because of, the tachyon levels.
Micro-warp jump is such a good idea.
But yes, it doesn't work. So, but if we do some technical mumbo jumbo, by increasing the gravity, then it'll be fine.
But won't that crush you?
Let's pretend I'm the adventurous Mariner from your reality who's okay risking it.
Yeah.
Mariner!
Indeed, she gets crushed. I mean, well, not crushed, but she gets stomped down to the floor because, I think
slammed.
Gravity is at 10G. But fortunately, we have the Doctor to the rescue.
Thought you could use a holographic hand.
Oh, I love hearing Alexander Siddig's voice.
Yeah.
And he's doing such a charmingly upbeat, fresh voice for Holo Bashir.
Yes.
Warp us now! Dax?
He falls over, gets relegated to sickbay.
And the Brad, I think, takes over the station and zaps them off into warp.
Right. Not quite close enough, which is like a bit annoying.
It's kind of cool to see the engine room in this Defiant class ship. It's quite big.
It is, yes. Bashir turns off the gravity.
Oops. Sorry, forgot about that. Doesn't affect me in the slightest.
I mean, it should affect his emitter, but I guess that's got an anti-gravity unit in it anyway. So,
it would have. And it's 26th century technology.
Yeah, that's
pretty advanced. But in the sick bay, Garak has some bad news for T'Pol.
There's nothing more I can do. If we had had more time.
Thank you, Doctor.
And this sort of sobers the two husbands as well.
Right.
Because, like, in the face of this destruction, Bashir goes to Garak and says, I'll follow you to any reality. And Garak says,
I'd do the same for you. I really don't care where we end up as long as we're together.
Then
what?
Then why have we been arguing?
Because it's fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me. That's such a Garak thing to do.
Yeah.
What?
I'm reminded of two sanitation workers in Star Trek The Voyage Home.
Right.
Where there's a dump truck, right? Just as the invisible Klingon ship lands in Central Park or whatever it is in San Francisco. And they're having a sort of an argument talking about like one of their wives that she wants a toaster oven and that he's been arguing with her this whole time. Hey, says the other one, why are you guys married when all you do is fight all the time? Oh, but I love the way she fights.
Yeah. Nice.
Which in turn reminds me of the Canadian power folk band, the Dreadnoughts, that I've been really getting into, have a song called I'm Gonna Fight Jim's Girlfriend.
Okay.
Jim brought his girlfriend. I'm going to fight her. I'm going to kick and punch and scratch. And he gets his ass kicked by Jim's girlfriend. Then he'll go have a piss up.
Okay, that sounds
And he hooks up with
Canadian.
Jim's mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the Beagle, there is mutiny.
Nobody stops Harry Kim.
Oh, yeah, except another Kim.
Yeah, and they're trying to wrest control because they're far more responsible than this two-pip Kim.
Yeah.
Curzon is dying.
Yes, he is.
And in the absence of anywhere to deliver his aged symbionts...
Except anybody else on the ship.
They don't know that, apparently. Like, this is knowledge that, actually, in the Prime universe, it didn't even exist in the 31st century.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hang on. It has to exist in the 31st century because Dax knows it, and Dax is in the 31st century.
Hang on. Okay. When Adira Tal arrives on Trill in the 31st century,
right,
it is a surprise to all the Trill there that she, a human, is the stable carrier of a Trill symbiont.
Yet, Dax is he's in fact on board the Academy ship, and Dax knows that this is the truth.
Oh, no. They know that any Trill can host a symbiont, rather than just some Trill.
Right, okay.
But that a human, like a non-Trill, could carry a host, that wasn't known. I mean, Riker did it temporarily.
Right, exactly, as an emergency measure.
Yeah, well, that was at the time known to be temporary. And
right, no, I know that. But yeah, so they don't know that as well. So like anybody on the ship could like at least temporarily do it. That's what I was referring to.
At huge risk, yeah.
Right, sure, but better than like having the... Anyway, so yes, instead of there will be no trilling around today. So T'Pol actually does a mind merge with the symbiont.
Yeah, that deal is very big indeed. The Kims successfully take control from their lieutenant and beam out, which 2-Pip Kim doesn't seem to bothered by.
You don't deserve to come with me.
I mean, it's kind of a weird decision. It's like, because they know what's up with the ship, and to let the ship... let 2-Pip Kim have the ship. That's a kind of weird decision to make, but
And they all beam back on board the Anaximander.
Welcome back, Kims.
Good to be back, sir.
And they take their stations, bringing the Nax back up to full strength. But even that isn't enough, and they're unable to stop 2-Pip Kim before he explodes.
Yes, is that they don't shoot him? No, it's just a ship that falls apart.
Yeah, and he tries to convince him.
That ship won't make it.
Nice try. I'm Harry Kim, and you don't get to order me around.
And as he disappears into the rift, the ship goes boom, and the rift goes angry red. Oh,
God, it looks cool. It's so big. All this energy sparks everywhere. The Nax is zapped and has to like sort of skid back. T'Pol.
More Katra than I had anticipated.
She got a brain full of Dax.
What's Katra again?
The Vulcan concept of soul or consciousness.
Oh, right, yes.
Spock's Katra is stored in bones in Search for Spock.
Yeah. So, that goes on, explosion, ship, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, we need to give a...
Yeah, with a directed soliton burst, I can use it to guide the wave into a single reality.
But then, won't you be dooming an entire universe to be destroyed?
It's either one or all.
So, yes, they basically, like, this explosion can be put into one universe instead of everything, and then they can, they need to deal with it.
So, when this was happening, I wasn't really paying attention. I was
accessing
what I know about soliton waves.
Right.
Which is, like, soliton waves do exist, but they're not particles.
Well, they're a wave.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. So it's a particular phenomenon where the particular interference of a wave structure is incredibly reinforcing to the point that it's self-healing.
Huh. Okay.
So a wave that has achieved soliton status because it's a particular rhythm and particular intensity, like you can actually have them happening on the ocean,
right,
can pass through like an island. And where normally a wavefront would be broken by an obstruction, right, because that would create its own ripples.
Yeah.
It actually reforms on the other side.
Huh.
Because it's almost like it has parity waves inside.
Wow. Yeah.
But it's sort of treated like it's a wave made up out of solitons in Star Trek.
Right.
Which is not that. And the idea of a soliton beam is so fucking cool.
Okay, who's the big nerd now?
me. It's me, Daddy. I'm the big nerd.
But Boimler has a solution. He is...
Scan me. Use my reality.
What? Boims, no!
No, that's fine, because I know that I'm there, and you're there, and Tendi and Rutherford are there, and...
I know they can figure out a solution.
Why would you...
Why would you just do your friend? Nope.
Okay, hold on, we're not there yet.
Because he trusts them.
Yep.
That's something that he learned from Captain Sloan. She talked about how the trust that he and Mariner have, even though they're from different universes, it doesn't matter. Like, they know aspects of each other, and that's enough for trust to form.
Yeah.
Which it sort of gets glossed over, like it gets treated like it's a bit of a country wisdom. But that's actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like, we as limited beings, we form relationships despite the fact that we only know a little bit about each other.
Yes.
Right, we like to think we know each other really well, but everything is modified through, or not modified, but sort of squeezed through the keyhole of culture, memory, what we learn about each other, and eventually we decide this is enough for trust to exist. And that could totally work with someone from a different universe, because
Well, except it doesn't. He trusts the Tendi and Mariner from his own universe.
Yeah, but it's the same phenomenon, right?
Right.
Like his belief in this engineering Mariner is totally validated. She did juice the engines, did give them what they needed, and that's what he knows. Like, these people, he knows what they can do. This universe has the best chance of being fine because it's got people in it that he knows.
Right.
They can rise to the occasion.
Then they can solve this problem. No, absolutely. So the beam gets activated, the rift gets closed. And
I hope you're right. Well, says William Boimler.
I piggybacked a message to my duplicate.
Yeah, he'll know what to do.
He'll know what to do.
Will he?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't freak out.
And we zap back to the Prime Universe. the Boimler screams here are on a different level. Like, it's just...
Absolutely. That was a live one.
We got a live one.
So.
Oh. Wow.
And episode. But that was only the first one.
Yeah.
So this is like episode 1 of 2, and nobody's recommended episode 2 to us yet.
That we know. Like, we know we've been teased like this before when we did the Vulcan Hello and then not the Battle of the Binary Stars.
Good point, yes.
Which was a bit of a Trek tease. So we don't know until we get to the next time on Star Trek what we're going to do next time. So we might be lucky, or we might be zapping off into a different quantum reality. But in the meantime, we have some segments.
Oh, yes, we do. We're going to have to start with what we thought was...
So fucking cool.
This is a writing masterclass.
Right.
For managing... This is sort of a mission statement. And other shows have done this within Lower Decks. A mission statement for like what it means to be doing postmodern Star Trek, right? Because we're telling sincere stories, but we're also acknowledging it's a vast landscape of hits and misses.
It gets a bit meta from time to time.
Yeah, but at the same time, the themes that are being played with in a meta story and in the sincere story in the universe, if you believe that, they're very, very similar.
Oh yeah.
Which is that it is wondrous to see the same thing, us, examined from so many perspectives. And you can lose sight of that.
Yeah.
Right? Boimler can be seen as a type of fan who's maybe, I don't know, fallen out of love with Star Trek for being so human-centric or for not being weird enough. Or like, what's the point of sci-fi if we're just going to be telling stories about humans with different foreheads?
Right. I mean, the point of sci-fi has always been to examine humanity and just like do it through a different lens. Put it through an abstract lens. That's literally what sci-fi has always been about.
A huge... I won't say all of it.
Well, okay, yeah.
Right? I think about... I think about Hyperion as well, and like the way that AIs were presented there as these sort of godlike beings that speak in koans, because you just cannot understand them. Solaris.
Thou shalt not make a mind, they shall not make a machine after a human mind.
Right. Like, there is a science fiction concept that Star Trek never deals with, because that's sort of antithetical to its message, that there are forms of consciousness that you cannot communicate with. You can't understand.
Yeah.
And that's true alienness, which, that's... Some would say, hey, that's the unique thing that science fiction does that no other genre does.
I am going to keep it much simpler. I'm just going to say that the Beagle was my favorite thing.
It's a really cool ship,
yeah,
isn't it?
I know, right?
And that it can land?
Yeah.
Like, this is also, hey, we saw the Defiant landed. That's so cool. Wait, the ring ship can land?
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it looks, the core of the ship looks a bit like Cochrane's original ship.
You're right,
which makes sense.
It looks like the Phoenix.
They helped, he helped build it.
Looks like it's got sort of fuel tanks or like propellant tanks or something.
And then it's got
the
ring
side.
Structure, which presumably does something with the...
Long presumed to have been an annular warp drive, like the Vulcans have them.
Oh yeah,
right. They have warp rings,
but it's
rather
not a warp
than
ship.
themselves.
It's not a warp capable ship. It's a
this one is
dimensional ship.
When it was just a model, right. on a desk, when it was part of the lineage, that was the sort of fan assumption that it might have been that. But now it turns out, who knows what kind of propulsion it was.
Yeah. All right, so...
That's really good choice, Kay.
Thank you. Let's see. We also have imagining what scenes we might have left behind on the cutting room floor in...
Captain's log, supplemental.
Well, I did my Dolly Parton thing already.
Right, yes.
And I say that, and I'm just remembering Dolly Parton actually showed up in ostensibly a Star Trek show, The Orville.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's Star Trek.
It's not Star
Trek.
It's
as much Star Trek as Galaxy Quest is Star Trek,
right? Which is pretty. It's pretty Star Trek, honestly. Even if you can't get the license,
you can still make Star Trek.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
how about you?
Oh, missing scene, man. Oh, that's I always have trouble with doing missing scenes for Lower Decks because it's so densely packed. It's like. Oh, what is the thing to be throwing out here? I mean, I can just imagine like having a scene in kind of in between before they. But the first time that they deploy the trap is when instead a Packlet ship shows up, who's also been tracking them, trying to steal this technology for.
And then Boimler, go away. We've done you already.
Yeah, exactly.
This is season 5. Oh, really? I thought we were still. No comebacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one. Yeah. So the same story, and it ends with Boimler sending the terrible fate into his own universe.
Yeah.
And then the holodeck pauses, and Deanna Troi walks out because this has all been a holonovel that she's been playing through on Riker's advice. And
no. It's just
because that was the unloved ending of Star Trek Enterprise, and that's what they're going to do to make the unloved ending of Lower Decks.
I'm thinking it's more like it's the holodeck has paused, and it turns out it's like part 3 of the
Crisis Point.
Crisis Point 3. Yeah. that they've been playing.
Paradoximander.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've covered our bases here.
Was really, really good. Thank you so much to Nazzy for this recommendation. And that leaves us with one more segment.
Yes. No, actually, if you want to...
yes.
If you want to recommend an episode as well, like Nazzy did, and thank you for that, you can go to joyoftrek.com/links, where there is a link to a subscription form that you can fill out and recommend an episode to us. One episode that you love more than everybody else, or maybe that just holds a particular kind of special sentiment for you, and it'll come in the pile that the chief is curating for us.
Yeah. So
and from which he picks the next episodes that we are to watch.
And there's also a link to our Patreon, which is a very fun, it's a surprisingly large group by now.
Oh, excellent.
We'll find out if any new members have joined next time, because during the monthly special episodes that we record for our beloved lemon-stealing horses...
horses? Wow.
You said it. You keep forgetting, but you said that.
Yeah.
This is sort of like...
No, you heard me say it. That doesn't mean I actually said it.
Arguable. What we call our Patreon subscribers is sort of our version of the Lower Decks opening credits battle, which is... It becomes even more inscrutable every couple of years. But we record a special episode where we watch along and we have a little chat, and thank you so much.
So the chief has picked out a few quotes from the episode that we will be doing next time, so we get to figure out, hopefully, what's going to happen.
Next time on an all-new episode of Star Trek.
Clue number 1.
I might agree if this was Florida or Singapore, but it's not, is it?
Okay. Florida... Tucker? No, Mobile, Alabama is where he's from.
You've never been to Singapore, have you?
I have not.
No, it's Pirates of the Caribbean reference.
Okay. You got any ideas?
Nope.
Clue number 2.
This could be the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Which reminds me, they've asked us for a sampling of films. I put together a few suggestions.
Sampling of films? They've asked us for a sampling of films.
So... Voyager?
I was thinking Voyager as well.
Yeah?
There's an episode where they meet the Sicarans, a more advanced species, so that Voyager gets to be on the other side of the Prime Directive.
Right. Huh. Okay.
All right. Clue number 3.
Keep going.
I might have expected something like this from a first-year recruit, but not you. You did exactly what I do? If that's true, then you've done a pretty lousy job setting an example around here.
Huh.
Does sound like Janeway berating...
Yeah, someone.
Oh, what if it's Chakotay? What if it is that episode with Sakarans?
Yeah, who knows?
Okay. Clue number 4.
Keep an open mind, Commander. You came on this mission to meet other species, no matter how many genders they may have.
That sounds like a Phlox line.
Sure, yeah.
Cogenitor? There's an episode where a species had 3 genders, one of whom was a social underclass.
Right. That's Enterprise again.
Enterprise, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Last one.
It has no name. It's our cogenitor.
Ah!
All right. Well,
there it is. Yeah.
Okay. I think we got it. Or at least you got it.
Star Trek Enterprise cogenitor.
Wow, in the nick of time.
Yeah, let's see if I'm right.
Ooh, boy. All right, we're going to get into an Enterprise episode. The episode is Enterprise 222, Cogenitor.
There we go. Nice going.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Do I get points? Do I get space points?
No.
Space fun bucks? No.
Because we only have one more thing to do.
I'm leaving Star
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode with your friends Kay and Coffee. Production and editing by Chief Engineer Greg, and music by Fox Amor. Join us next time for Cogenitor Enterprise 222. Visit drivetrek.com/links to send us your recommendations, support us on Patreon, or to find us on Blue Sky. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to The Joy of Trek, and we'll see you out there.